Hello everyone, it's Gigabeef here, and today we're completing Gunsmith Part 14. We need an HK416 with the tan coloured attachments being the RC2 silencer, a Magpul RVG foregrip, the EXP-S3 hollow sight, a Magpul MOE pistol grip, the UBR Gen 2 stock, and an LA5B PEQ device. Stats wise, we need an ergo over 60, a recoil sum under 250, and this one has a special requirement of over 80 durability. Just before we get started, this build is the most finicky gunsmith that I have ever completed, and there's restrictions that you aren't told about in the quest description, which I absolutely hate, but I guess that's what this guide is for, and we'll be going through exactly what you need to do. So we'll get the base gun from the flea market, and putting on all of the required parts by the quest doesn't quite get us to the ergo target. So first we'll need to use the 11-inch barrel because the very shortest one isn't compatible with the RC2 suppressor, and we also have to get a 416A5 Midwest 9-inch M-Lock handguard to get to the right ergo target. From here we can add all of the other specified parts, a 4.1-inch rail so we can mount the RVG tan foregrip, the MOE pistol grip, the UBR Gen 2 stock which fits instead of a buffer tube, the EOTech sight, the LA5B tactical device, and finally the muzzle. There's 3 muzzle brakes that you can use that all fit the RC2, but the war comp is slightly cheaper than the others, so grab that and attach the suppressor to it. Here's where it gets a little bit awkward. This build looks like it technically works, but you need a magazine for it to be accepted by mechanic, which lowers our ergo. The quest is a little picky about which mags work because the small 10 and 20 rounders are not allowed at all, presumably because they add ergonomics and make it too easy. For the others, after a bit of testing, it turns out that there is a 4 kilogram limit on the weight of the overall build. The easiest way is to get the regular Stanag mag and then make up for the ergo by adding the front and rear Chris Defiant sights that give 1 ergonomics each, plus the Magpul M-Lock cantilever mount. This is specifically the one that adds +1 ergo, not the regular 2.5-inch rail, because that doesn't give any stats at all. The Chris front and rear sights are the lightest, which enable you to use almost all of the magazines except for the PM Gen 2 and the HK steel. If you use the M-Bus irons, you can only use the standard Stanag mag or the 2 Scar mags, and the Knight's Armament irons don't work at all. Be careful with this weight limit, there aren't any bullets in the weapon and there aren't any bullets in the magazines either, because this can tip you over 4 kilos and it won't work anymore. So with a correctly assembled gun, we'll head onto the AS Val for Gunsmith 15.